Friends, welcome back to my channel. My name's Angel and today I have a super fun reading vlog planned. It is the week before Valentine's Day and I'm kind of in the mood to read some romance books, which honestly is not very common for me. I'm definitely more of a fantasy romantic reader. So when I crave contemporary romance, I'm going to let myself do that. Nothing crazy, just kind of like mood reading romance for 5 days, seeing what I get through. I do have a couple options. Here's my physical TBR. I literally have like 2 romances, and one is Forget Me Not by Julie Soto, and this is my TBR for February, so I would love to get to this one. It's not very long either. It's 322 pages, so easy. Then my Kobo, I do have Done and Dusted, if that's not very reflective, and I do also have Love in the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. So those are 3 I definitely want to read during this vlog. I'm thinking I'm going to start with Done and Dusted for today, and then if I need to pick a 4th book, because I feel like 3 like 300-page books in 5 days for me is like I could do that in 3 typically. So if I have to pick one more, I do have Love Unwritten on my TBR. That's the 2nd book in the Lakefront Billionaire series, but to be honest, I am not looking forward to reading that. I don't know what happened. I literally just thought it was way too long, and there was like 200 pages in the middle where it was just literally spiced every other chapter, and I was like skipping everything. I'm not gonna lie to anybody, I was skipping so hard. And I'm just kind of scared because like my thing is like I think we need to be out with chunky romance books this year, minus Elsie Silver, because when Elsie Silver writes chunky romance, it flies by for me. I don't think it's like 500 pages and I'm like, oh wow, that was very long. Other authors, I feel it. On that same note, the other book I could pick up if I need to is, what even is it called? The Final Offer, the last book in the Dreamland Billionaire series, the same author. Because I read the first 2, I didn't even mind them, but I read those first 2 books I think over 2 years ago now, because I got to the 3rd one, I'm like, why are you that large? I just literally never picked it up, and because it's not my physical TBR, I don't see it every day, I just like literally don't think about it. But I was thinking what series I have to finish off this year, and I was wondering if I was even just gonna be done with that one. But I think if it came down to it, picking a 4th book for this video, I'd rather do that than Love Unwritten, to be honest. So I think we'll start with Done and Dusted today. It is Tuesday, so we're gonna film this Tuesday to Saturday, so let's read some romance. Okay friends, I'm laughing because I literally realized I've read all of Done and Dusted. I've not updated you once. I don't even know what happened. Like the book's 350 pages. I looked it up. It's 350 pages. And for me reading on my lunch, audiobooking to and from work, reading like a couple chapters this morning, I literally am done. I was like reading, like I think I read like 150 pages over on my lunch break. It was reading super fast, but still, like when I looked at the audiobook, it was just under 7 hours for an audiobook, which is super short. And I listened to like 2.5 times the speed. So then plus me reading almost half of it physically and then the audiobook, I literally am already done it. Don't know how. Because I think it's about like a 4-star, maybe like a 3.75. My thing with this one that honestly kind of did it for me was I found some of the dialogue kind of cringy, and then I listened to some of the spice on the audiobook while I was driving, and I have never listened to spice via audio, and I'm not sure it's for me, to be honest. I didn't like the man's voice. No, I wasn't the biggest fan of it. I think it was like 3.75 to 4-star. It was a fun little time. I'm not sure I can do the rest of the series. I think if I ever want like maybe like a quick little palette cleanser, I will, but like I'm not like itching to get the next one, you know? But I gotta go home from my one job. It was so dead. So I'm already home. I have to go home when it's 8 o'clock. I have a bunch of cleaning to do. So I think I'm gonna put in actually the audiobook of Forget Me Not and start that tonight. And then honestly, depending on how much I listen to and how much I read tonight when I lie down, I might finish the book tonight also, which would be crazy. We have already 1 book done. So potentially we could read 4 books this video, if not more. This could turn into like 5 books in 5 days. It could turn into that, definitely. But too, also if I have like room for another romance, I might pick up another Alison Spica book. So Alison Spica is an indie author. I keep seeing on my TikTok For You page. I read her 1 book, Trip Switch, and I gave it a 5-star. Like I actually really loved it, and I thought it was a lot of fun. And so I know she has like one that's like a more like wintry snowboarding one, so I might grab that one. Or she has that one about like people getting like trapped into a reality show like dating, and I actually really want to read that one. I think it's a good vibe, so I might read that later this week too if I'm like really zooming through these. But alas, pretty sure I just have the epilogue left, Done and Dusted, and I'm gonna get into Forget Me Not. So we're doing good so far. Okay friends, a couple things. I'm in my normal update spot, but big news, is not gonna be my normal update spot for longer. So you know, I think I'm moving next weekend. Like it was really fast. We thought it was gonna be end of month. We would have the place and have like a month to move in. Now it's like we have the keys in a week, and then clearly have both places for a month and a half to like slowly move things over. So I have a new setup soon. I'm actually really excited about it. I think it's gonna be really nice. So it is Wednesday night around 10 o'clock. I never know it was that late. I was supposed to do a lot more reading today. I read the majority of this honestly on audiobook last night when I said I was. I think we're up to like chapter 7. I'm on chapter 10 now, so not a lot there. And I'm not sure if I actually made a video like clip talking this morning, or if I just thought it in my head, but I also did start Love in the Brain this morning. I was like, oh yeah, I'm gonna read that. It's like my ebook today, and I've read 1 chapter. So not doing so hot for reading today, but alas. The problem was I was right at the very end of the second season of The Handmaid's Tale, and it was really good. And so I watched the last 2 episodes, and they're like an hour long each. I watched some booktube. That was like my whole night pretty much. But I think I'm gonna read for like at least an hour and then watch one more episode before bed. So I should get honestly like probably like 100-ish pages from being done this, and then I can finish it tomorrow. I listened to most of this on audio so far, and I am really enjoying the audiobook and its narrators. I'm gonna read physically for a little bit though, just because I own the book, so might as well. We're chatting because I just finished Forget Me Not by Julie Soto, and I am so, I'm not like pleasantly surprised, just like I thoroughly enjoyed this. It's just hitting 10 o'clock. I just finished, so I'll read a little bit more tonight, but pretty much I don't know why I kept putting this book off for so long. I just know like when it first came out, it was like really heavily marketed, and I was like intrigued by it, but I didn't pick it up. And then it was just on sale at Book Outlet for like $5.99. I was like, I'll give it a chance, and I am so happy I did. First of all, Ali Hazelwood blurbed it and says Julie Soto is my favorite author, period. I'll read anything she writes and love every second of it. And it's giving I'm your artist, favorite artist, and I'm your drag queen's favorite drag queen. It's what it's giving, and I'm really here for it. And then Abby Jimenez on the back says Forget Me Not is a triumph, and I love Abby Jimenez, so obviously if she says it's good, it is, and it was. What I loved is this is like a romance between a wedding planner and then like a florist who also does like weddings. Obviously he does floral arrangements. Pretty much it's dual POV, but all of her chapters current like near the beginning are in present day, and then all his chapters are from like 3 years ago when they had first met and like started dating. Things fell apart obviously because where they are in the present day, but you're trying to figure out like why they fell apart, what happened, like what the relationship really even was, what their connection was. Done so well, and I had so much fun. And so I'm really hoping, a couple days ago I was on Book Outlet again, I had a little cart put together that I was so excited for, but I didn't actually purchase it, and I'm really hoping the one's still available because there was her next book. I forgot what it's called, but it's something about like the two musicians, and it's her next book, and I really want to read that one too. And then she has her romantasy coming out this year, which now after this I'm so excited for. I will say before, like I'd say up until last week, I was not like, I feel like there's like some phases of contemporary romance where either just like is really hitting or it doesn't. And right now I'm in such a phase where it's just hitting, and I'm actually really enjoying them. I find typically I feel like they like lack something, or like I'm missing something, so I'm not having like, my sink is speaking to me. This is why we're moving, by the way, we're moving next week. I feel like there's lacking something, because I'm just used to like, I love the high stakes in the fantasy, and I love like everything that comes with a fantasy book, like the world building, all that crazy stuff. But sometimes like one thing I said this year is I just let contemporary romance just be contemporary romance because it's a good time. And so I feel like what I noticed is I had given 2 other options for this vlog. I'm still reading Love in the Brain. I read 1 more chapter today so far, so I'm on chapter 3 now. But pretty much I had said I was either gonna do Love Unwritten or The Final Offer for my last book, but I don't think I am anymore, because a couple weeks ago what kind of got me back into contemporary romance was I picked up the Trip Switch by Alison Spica, and she's like an indie author I keep seeing on my TikTok For You page. I rated it a 5-star. I loved it so much. I honestly feel like that's the book that kind of like reignited my little spark that I'm going right now for contemporary romance. Kind of just remind me like how fun it can be. So she has a like one called Key Ridge, where it's like a snowboarding romance. I think it's like a snowboarding instructor, I'm guessing. And the other one I know is called The Reality of It All, and she says it's her favorite one she's written, and it's, I think she said that, I read a comment, I think she said it was one of her favorites, where pretty much they get like trapped into going on a reality like dating TV show. Like they don't know that's where it is. They'll get like invited to something, they show up, and they're like, psych, it's like a reality dating TV show. I think it's a lot of fun. So I actually do that as my last book now for this video. I'm still finished Love in the Brain, and then I'll probably wrap this video up on Saturday, I think, and hopefully I would have read all 4 books by then, because I'm on kind of a roll right now. But yeah, book 2 done. I'm gonna go keep reading Love in the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. I can't really talk much on it yet because I've been reading for 2 days, but I've read 1 chapter each day. So don't much to say about that one, but this one I think I'm gonna give like a 4.5. Honestly, I had so much fun with this. It was really good. Good morning. It is Saturday. It is just past 10. I woke up at like 9 and started reading at like 9:20, 9:30, and just finished off Love on the Brain. I made it to like about 50% yesterday, and then just finished off this morning. I did like this one, but it's kind of the same thing as Ali Hazelwood's other book, where it's like good but not like a standout for me, if that makes sense. I think it's like a 3.75 to a 4-star. The ending I bumped up to a 4 because I really liked the whole like little reveal they had there, because I did not see that coming at all. I was thinking romance books have like another element to it. That's why like I love romantasy, and so kind of in like this little mystery, but it wasn't to the very end. But and now I'm so torn, friends. So I was gonna read Alison Spica's next book and pick up The Reality of It All, that dating TV show I told you, but I just got an arc of The Love Haters by Catherine Center, and I'm really tempted to read that one. That book doesn't like June though, doesn't it? I think it's like June. See how long it is, and that'll be my deciding factor. Oh, I'm not even gonna know because arcs never tell you. It's his location. Oh, I don't know how long it's gonna be. As many pages is The Reality of It All. If it's a short one, we'll go with that. So I'll finish this video up today. 4 books, good. And they have to take my time with the love haters. I'll probably just put in another video that I film. So The Reality of It All was 360 pages, but her other book, Key Ridge, when I was thinking about reading instead, is only 277. So I think I'll pick that one up for today. Finish this, and then we end this video off. But I'm excited. Her first book I gave a 5 star. Like the first book I read by her was Trip Switch, and I gave it a 5 star. This one for older books, I'm not sure if like her writing obviously is like improved, and this one will like lack a little bit from that one. But I'm very excited. I'm pretty sure according to her, it's like one of her most popular ones, especially obviously in the winter time. So it sounds like a snowboard instructor or like snowboarding. I don't really know, but I'm probably gonna honestly watch some booktube or an episode of a show, and then I'll dive into this. Also, it's just random, but my first e-reader was the Kobo Libra 2. So when I held this would feel so small compared to that one because it's like obviously smaller. But now I have the Kobo Clara, and like even with the case on, it's still smaller than this one, and the screen is like so much smaller. I feel like the screen is like so much smaller, and so I'm holding this feels like a giant now. But I do love it. I need a new case for it though, because my other case got kind of destroyed, so I need a new case. Right now it's just like naked. Alright friends, I apologize about this lighting, but we are now 69% of the way through Key Ridge. I'm on chapter 20. I'm actually really enjoying this. I will say the beginning of this one did feel a little bit more like clunky, almost like saying that, but just like I feel like some sentences were a bit more clunky, and just like some of the way that she was describing things were a bit more, I keep saying clunky, but just like a bit more like this happened, period. This happened, period. Compared to like where her last book, I think it flowed really, really well. I think this is her 3rd or her 4th, and the one I recently was her 6th. So obviously there's like great progression happening there. Pretty much for reasons that you found in the book, our main character kind of needs a fresh start, a new place, and she works for like a property management company, and they want her to go out to Key Ridge for a month to like fix up the ski lodge they have there. And when she gets there, there's a really grumpy ex-snowboarder who does not want her there because he likes the way the lodge is then, because it reminds me of his childhood. Look at their story, I will say it was definitely like a slow-ish burn. I don't think we got really any action till like 55% of the way through, and by action I mean like a kiss, you know, like it was good. But we're 60% of the way through. I'm just gonna run out quickly. I'm not gonna talk about too much here because I'm gonna make a whole vlog about it and get emotional, but we are moving, and so we're just gonna go to Home Depot to get some boxes. I'm gonna do a vlog about the move, like more so just about like bookish moving, like get my books packed up, my bookshelves there, reorganizing. I'm so excited. I'm gonna be able to have like a little like home library space there, kind of my little corner where I have my books and stuff. I'm just so excited for it. So it will probably be here for like a month though, I'm gonna be honest, because we move out next weekend, but it's not gonna be like everything's ready right away kind of thing. But I'm gonna get some boxes, have dinner, and then I'll finish this up tonight and get back to you guys. Hey friends, I've decided I'm outroing this video right to my bed because I don't want to get up right now if I'm just being 100% honest. I'm here to the end. Thank you very much. We finished 4 books in this vlog, which I think is pretty successful considering it was 5 days, so not bad at all. We read Done and Dusted, and I think I'm gonna give that one a 3.5 star purely because I literally just, like, when I was thinking what books were in this video, I completely forgot about it. I had to go look at my story graph to see what I read because, like, I enjoyed it while I was reading it, but like, I haven't thought about it, like, a second since I finished it. Like, I closed it, and it was gone. It was cute for what it was. I don't think I'll read the rest of the series unless I'm just, like, craving a cowboy romance. Even though I think I'll just reread Elsie Silver. That's probably what's gonna happen. Never Forget Me Not by Julie Soto, and that one I think is a 4.5. I had so much fun with that one. I'm really excited. Her one book is still available on Book Outlet. I haven't actually placed the order yet because I keep trying to see. They keep having Assistant to the Villain available and then going away right away. So I'm trying to see if I can time it where that book's available also and I get them both. That'd be lovely if I could make that happen. But really for writing, it was a 4.5. I'm excited to see her romantasy she comes out with this year because romantasy is my genre. Then I Live in the Brain by Ali Hazelwood. And I think I'm gonna do that one a 3.75 because it was like a 3.5 for me for the entirety of the time. The main whole like one mystery element of the book along the whole time, like, you know, who she's talking to, it was very, very obvious. It was very obvious. I think it's supposed to be like that, but still just kind of like annoyed me almost because like, how do you not see this? And then, but the ending, that was really good. I did see that coming, so then kind of bumped it for me a little bit. And this was Key Ridge by Alison Spica. I'm not sure if this one a 3.75 or a 4 star. It was good. Like I said, I think it was like a little bit clunky at the beginning at times, so I didn't enjoy the plot. Definitely not as much as the one she just came out with, but that's to be expected. Obviously, as authors, you want to be growing and getting better with each book. Thanks for watching. This was like a fun week of just reading some like silly little romance books, just having fun in the month of February for the month of love. If you guys made it to the end, comment a pink heart emoji so I made it all the way to the end. Thank you very much. As always, also on Book Talk Angel's Book Corner. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.